Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of CTV News at 6. Tonight, we're kicking off our Toy Mountain campaign. Once again, we are working with the Salvation Army to make sure that every child has a present to open this Christmas. As you can see, the set is all decorated for the season. The elves from Royal City Nursery were at it all afternoon, transforming it. And we'll have much more on Toy Mountain throughout the show, including our very first donation of this year's campaign. That's coming up shortly. But first, let's bring you the rest of the day's news. New details tonight about some violent crimes in Waterloo region over the last several days. We are hearing from regional police about 2 shootings and a jewelry store robbery where police say the people had loaded guns on them when they were arrested. CTV's Krista Simpson joining us live now with more on this tonight. Krista.
Tony, having this many brazen incidents in such a short period of time certainly creates concern in the community. Police say they are working around the clock to try and bring some closure in these investigations. 3 incidents in a period of 3 days, starting with a bold shooting at an intersection in Waterloo.
Surveillance footage captures a shooting early Sunday morning in the Bridgeport Road East and Weber Street North intersection of Waterloo. Waterloo Regional Police believe the incident involved the occupants of the 2 black cars, and they believe at least 1 person was hurt as a result. Monday evening, officers were called to Cambridge Centre, where they found a jewelry store robbery in progress. 5 males between the ages of 15 and 22 were arrested. A short time later, police finding 2 loaded 9mm handguns during the arrests. Video posted to Facebook captures what happened just hours later, early Tuesday morning. Shots were fired at a home in the Fiddlesticks neighborhood of Cambridge. Police also releasing surveillance video of someone firing shots from a vehicle. No one was hurt, and police say they believe it was a targeted incident.
It's always a concern for us. Obviously, violent crime is something that we take very seriously.
Inspector Kyle Lambert says there's nothing at this time to suggest any of these 3 incidents are related. He describes the actions of those involved as bold. In the case of the shooting at Bridgeport and Weber, 51 shots were fired. Police saying they continue to appeal to businesses and people in the area to come forward with any information. In particular, they say there were multiple occupants in the car with the person who was hurt, and they want to speak to them.
Other people would know what happened or have some information to provide us, so we're hoping they come forward.
Regional police say there have been 16 shooting incidents in 2025 so far. None have been fatal, half involved injuries. At this time last year, there were 19 shootings in the region.
So we are below what we had last year. That being said, we've had 2 in a short period of time, so obviously there's concern, and that causes concern for the community.
Police say thanks to witnesses and other members of the community, they were able to quickly arrest the 5 people alleged to have been involved in the jewelry store robbery. And they're hoping others come forward as they continue to investigate the 2 shootings. Inspector Lambert saying releasing surveillance video just one of a few things they're doing in their effort to solve the crimes.
It's one of our main goals in crime suppression to target gun violence. I would also say we have increased community presence in terms of officers in some of those areas, reaching out to community partners.
Lambert saying that while the last few days have caused concern, he believes Waterloo Region remains a safe place.
There was also another major crime on Monday night. A woman was found dead in Kitchener. Regional police did quickly make an arrest in that case. A 40-year-old woman is charged with first-degree murder, and Inspector Lambert says they aren't anticipating laying any other charges. Police say there have been 3 homicides in the region so far in 2025, which is fewer than last year. Tony.
All right, CTV's Krista Simpson reporting live. Krista, thank you. Alex, the familiar signs of the Toy Mountain intro once again. And tonight you're live on location at the Canadian Tire on Pine Bush Road in Cambridge. And that is where we're launching the community side of this year's campaign. Take it away, Alex.
That is right, Tony. So yes, we've been here over the last hour or so. Donations slowly starting to fill the bin beside me here. And we have, of course, the wonderful Salvation Army Cambridge Band here with us tonight, playing, of course, some Christmas classics. But yes, tonight, the big launch of our Toy Mountain campaign in collaboration with the Salvation Army, once again collecting toys for children in need here in Waterloo Region and Guelph. And of course, we cannot forget the teens in the community as well. Everyone really honestly deserves to open a gift on Christmas morning, and we need your help to meet the goal this year. So as you noted, we are live at the Canadian Tire on Pine Bush Road in Cambridge. So this is just one of several locations where you can drop off a toy. In general, donating easier than ever. You can text KIDS to 30333 to make a $10 donation, donate directly to the Salvation Army, or drop off a new unwrapped toy at participating locations. So these locations include all Canadian Tires in Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, Guelph, as well as Elmira, Goman's Appliances on King Street East in the city of Kitchener, and the Cora Group at the Evolve One building in Waterloo. That is on West Graham Way. We do have addresses, of course, over on our website if you're interested to take a look at those, ctvnewskitchener.ca. So over the next month, we are going to be featuring local community groups, schools, students, and of course organizations on our newscasts during CTV News at 5 and 6. Some are going to be donating live in studio, helping us to build a mountain of toys. But of course, we are going to be out on the road as well, connecting with members of the community and encouraging those, of course, to come and make a donation here as well. Our finale as well, taking place December 17th. We're going to have some very special guests joining us for that as well. When we look at the weather, though, for today, it was a beautiful, beautiful day out here in Waterloo Region overall. Hopefully you had a chance to get outside and enjoy. We saw plenty of sunshine this afternoon. Nice blue sky. For us right now here, as we look at our satellite and radar map, we're just seeing a few clouds starting to roll in across the region. Overall, not too much activity to report across southern southwestern Ontario. Temperature-wise, we're sitting at about 2 degrees here in Kitchener-Waterloo, 2 in the city of London. It is 4 in Sarnia. So many areas sitting at or slightly below seasonal for this time of year. And again, we are live here at the Canadian Tire on Pine Bush Road in the city of Cambridge. We have the Salvation Army Cambridge Band here throughout the hour playing some classic Christmas tunes as well. So if you are in the area, come on down, make a donation, an unwrapped toy to help a child or teen in our community. So we're going to be here throughout the hour, and we'll see you in just a bit. Tony.
Beautiful way to kick it off with those Christmas carols in the background. Okay, Alex, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. An extraordinary media briefing in Washington today involving the RCMP, the FBI, and the Department of Justice. They are on the hunt for Ryan Wedding, a one-time Canadian Olympic snowboarder who's now on the FBI's most wanted list. He's described as a modern-day Pablo Escobar, dangerous, deadly, and responsible for a major narcotics trafficking and terror ring. Let's head over to CTV's Mike LeCouture in Ottawa now for more.
The reward for Wedding's arrest has been upped to $15 million American, a significant amount for someone that law enforcement says is a major drug kingpin.
Ryan Wedding is a modern-day iteration of Pablo Escobar.
Law enforcement in Canada and the U.S. are calling the former Canadian Olympic snowboarder the leader of a transnational criminal enterprise. In addition to reportedly shipping truckloads of cocaine across North America, the FBI and U.S. Justice Department are now charging Ryan Wedding with 2 additional counts of witness tampering, intimidation, and money laundering.
Wedding is also accused of murdering a federal witness after he was indicted in 2024.
U.S. officials allege Wedding used semi-trucks to import 60 tons of cocaine annually into the U.S. That amount of drugs is the same weight as 40 standard cars.
Ryan Wedding is extremely dangerous. He's extremely violent, and he's extremely wealthy. He's being protected by the Sinaloa cartel, along with others in the country of Mexico.
American law enforcement has been working with the RCMP because of his links to Canada and his alleged connection to 4 murders in Ontario. It's believed his vast network includes a former Mexican law enforcement officer and money launderers from Italy and the UK.
Fugitive Ryan Wedding remains one of the top threats to Canadian public safety, and as per the previous indictment, continues to run an over $1 billion a year criminal enterprise.
While increasing the reward for his arrest to $15 million, U.S. law enforcement is asking for the public's help to find Wedding.
Please understand that he might change his hair color, his appearance, and do anything to avoid capture, but someone like Ryan Wedding is going to stick out in Mexico.
With today's indictment, U.S. law enforcement says approximately 36 people have been indicted, and they warn Ryan Wedding that his days are numbered. Mike Lecoulteur, CTV News, Ottawa.
All right, Mike, thank you for that report. 2 coyote sightings on campus have the University of Waterloo sending out a warning. In one case, a woman was bitten while jogging along a trail in an area that some students say they use often to get to and from classes and residence. Let's go to CTV's Heather Centerin now for more on this. Heather, we should note the jogger is not a student.
Tony, the University of Waterloo says the jogger is not affiliated with the school at all, but she was jogging on campus last Wednesday when she was bitten by the wild animal before getting away and going to the hospital for treatment.
There's a trail on the University of Waterloo campus between the Health Services building and Ronate Village, a dorm-style residence. You'll see many students and joggers using it. It's also right next to a wooded area.
God only knows what's in those woods.
It could be wild animals after the university issued a warning about recent coyote sightings, one of them involving an attack.
They sent out emails to our residents, and we were told about the dangers of walking here alone at night.
On November 12th, around 6:15 p.m., a jogger was bitten by a coyote while on the trail.
I think they said to just be careful, and if you see one, not to approach it.
According to UW, the woman escaped by kicking the coyote.
In that situation, it's fight or flight for me. I don't know which one I'd choose.
Honestly, I'd go into total shock, maybe start running for my life.
In last week's coyote attack, the university said the woman reported the bite and went to hospital for all the recommended shots.
We do ask that they seek medical attention and contact public health so we can follow up.
Region of Waterloo Public Health says they need to follow up as the wild animal could have had rabies.
Rabies is a potentially fatal virus that attacks the nervous system of warm-blooded animals, including humans.
There was another coyote sighting on campus by a faculty member 2 days later at the Rev loading dock. While that person didn't make direct contact with it, students say they're still shocked to hear that coyotes are lurking.
I'll see squirrels, rabbits, maybe raccoons, but a coyote's a little crazy to hear about that.
The university says with winter approaching, wild animal sightings in urban areas will be more common since fallen leaves increase visibility and access to food is limited. Students say when the sun goes down, they'll choose a different route.
I mean, I'm not trying to walk here at night and accidentally be bit by a coyote. I don't know, it's scary.
And the university says if a coyote is posing an immediate threat to public safety, to call 911.
On the City of Waterloo's website, it is recommended that you keep your distance from all wild animals, but if you are confronted, make yourself big and loud and carry a flashlight at night to scare coyotes off. Tony.
All right, CTV's Heather Centerin live with that information for us. Heather, thank you. Well, Leanne's with us now. Leanne, it's Toy Mountain launch night. We heard from Alex on the community side of collecting those donations, but we know there's going to be a lot going on here at CTV over the next several weeks as well, where we receive a lot of big group donations. And I know that you're standing by with a group tonight to get things kicked off as we look to collect for the Salvation Army.
Yes, I am, Tony, and this group is going to be putting the first donation on the mountain of the 2025 Toy Mountain campaign. We are joined by Greg Bobier and his team of the Building Trades Council. Thank you all so much for being here and helping make Toy Mountain possible. Greg, You always kick it off for us.
We love kicking this off. Thank you for having us. I love coming back.
Yeah, it's great to see you. I know we were laughing because I only see you this time of year.
Once a year, and it was like 5 minutes ago. It feels like it just goes by like that.
It does, and we're back. We're ready for Toy Mountain 2025. Talk to me about what your team has been up to in your collecting of toys.
Well, the building trade elves have been very busy this year. We've got a whole pile of toys, about 130, 140 somewhere in there. Just toys that we've picked up, either our members have donated or that we've actually raised money and raised funds for and went and purchased. So we're looking forward to making that mountain, which looked very bare earlier. We're looking forward to having that nicely piled up.
Yes, and of course, many of our viewers do know you also helped build our actual physical mountain where we place the toys.
Absolutely.
So we got to say thank you for that again.
We appreciate it. Anything we can do to help.
Okay, and tell me about what it means to you and to your group to be back doing this once again, helping make the joy of Christmas happen for kids in the community.
Well, the unionized trades are all made up of all different unions and locals, and these are members that live in this area. And so for us, we're giving back to our own community. This community offers so much to all of us. So any chance that we can get back to support people that have maybe a little less this time of year is really important to us.
And what kind of toys have you guys collected this year?
All age ranges, all sizes, and all types.
Okay, awesome.
You'll have to see.
Well, we are looking forward to placing that first donation on the mountain to kick off this year's campaign. I also have to say, I do believe this is, if not the longest, one of the longest running campaigns we'll have going this year. We're kicking things off tonight, and our finale is not until December 17th. So we are going to be having lots of community organizations and groups join us over the next 3 to 4 weeks as we look to fill that mountain of toys to help out the Salvation Army. And of course, kids in our community have a great Christmas this year. Greg, thank you so much to you and your group. And we look forward to making that first donation a little bit later in the show. But for now, Tony, we'll send it back to you.
Leanne, thank you. We have cleared a path for those donations to be brought in here later on. Looking forward to that. All right, a reminder to sign up for the CTV News Kitchener newsletter to start your day in the know with local content, including our top stories, the latest forecast, and some must-see videos. Head to our website to sign up for this daily email. You can do that over at ctvnewskitchener.ca. A staple in Elora for more than 15 years is disappearing. Coming up, CTV's Colton Weens gets into details about the decision by Riverfest to call it a day.
And we are live tonight here at the Canadian Tire on Pine Bush Road in Cambridge as we launch Toy Mountain. We're going to chat with the Salvation Army in just a little bit. Plus, take a look at your long-range forecast coming up.
Download the CTV News app and stay on top of local stories as they unfold.
We go to a dramatic scene unfolding.
Customize your feed and watch live wherever you are. ctvkitchener.ca, your home for news.
At Queen's Park today, the government passed Bill 33, a controversial piece of legislation dealing with education in this province. Now, critics say it silences the voices of students, staff, and parents. And some of them gathered outside the legislature this afternoon to raise their voices. CTV's Siobhan Morris reports.
I declare the motion carried.
Cheers and jeers as Bill 33 passes its last legislative hurdle. The process controversial because it skipped committee hearings, but the bill's content has sparked anger too.
Bill 33 is all about putting school boards back on track that fall off the rails.
The education minister can now more easily take over a school board, even if it isn't in financial trouble. A step he's considering with the Near North District School Board.
You have students who are being taught in a half-demolished high school because of decisions of a board. And anybody who suggests that the Minister of Education should allow that mess to continue is wrong.
Boards will have to take on school resource officers if their local police service has a program. Paul Calandra says that's about building relationships, not policing kids.
The workers united will never be defeated.
A crush of education workers piled onto the steps of Queen's Park. They've seen decision-making move behind closed doors at boards already under supervision.
And the fact that Calandra wants to make it even easier to take over, it is really scary.
There is an openness to more accountability for bad actors.
Maybe take those trustees out, but I don't think it's a one puzzle piece fits all. You take them all out and that's the solution.
But they argue that's not what really matters in this fight.
This is a distraction from the chronic underfunding.
An equation educators say has left their schools broken.
I have to bring in tissue from home so that the runny noses can be wiped off. I have to deal with kids that are biting, pushing, and kicking me.
The opposition leader says she doesn't trust the government to fix that.
They have created this mess, and I think right now what they should be focused on is how to properly fund our schools.
With not enough adults in schools.
Class sizes are too big. Special education's been starved by this government, and we have a mental health crisis.
The Minister of Education is still considering eliminating trustees entirely.
They're laying the groundwork for it, and that's to the detriment of parents and students.
Bill 33 will receive royal assent just after noon on Thursday, making it law. But this group is determined to continue to fight against it. At Queen's Park, Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
It's been a staple in Elora for more than 15 years, but the Riverfest Music Festival is being canceled. Organizers say they just can't keep up with the cost of running it. CTV's Colton Weens has details.
Since 2009, Riverfest Elora has rocked the small village in the summer, but the festival is calling it quits.
As the logical part of my brain tells me to stop because, you know, we're throwing money at it. It was, until now, it had been impossible because I love doing it so much.
Ralston and his two partners say they've worked to mitigate inflation on operating expenses, but following the pandemic, costs rose about 65% and they can't keep up.
Accumulated close to $1.5 million in losses over the last 3 years alone. And there really doesn't seem to be any sign that would turn around, and that's kind of industry-wide. I don't think it's unique to us.
It's kind of sad that I performed at the last one. I was quite proud of having performed at the first one.
Elora resident Tony McManus performed at the first festival in 2009 when late founder Marilyn Coop created the event as a one-night fundraiser for the Elora Centre for the Arts.
The first one was very tiny, very intimate. It was in the car park of the Elora Arts Centre.
And the festival continued growing, welcoming over 15,000 fans last year and boasting major acts along the way like Metric, City in Colour, Feist, and the Flamin' Lips.
That festival brought such a great energy to the town. Elora, it's always kind of punched above its weight.
I think it'll really affect the community. I think it's something that people look forward to and a lot of locals attend, and yeah, sad to hear.
A tragedy, for sure, to lose such a great festival.
The Elora Business Improvement District says the festival also brought important revenue to small businesses and that the loss will have a large impact.
Next chapter, I don't know.
As for Ralston and the festival team, they're taking a moment to remember the impacts of everyone who helped.
It never would have got to the point it got to without that, and we're just incredibly thankful for that.
While Riverfest will be no more, events like Monster Mash will still be happening around the Halloween season. It just won't be tied to the Riverfest name, and anyone who purchased tickets for the 2026 event of Riverfest will receive refunds in the coming weeks. Colton Weens, CTV News, Elora.
Live look from our tower camera toward downtown Kitchener on this Wednesday evening. Another day where we had a decent amount of sunshine. Little on the chillier side, though, with some of those winds we were getting this afternoon. Alex is back in just a couple of moments, live on location to tell us about the rest of our forecast. Also coming up. Keeping an eye on pugs. Ashley Bacon tells us about the clinical trial of some technology that could make a big difference in the lives of dogs that often need surgery. And next, back to Toy Mountain. The set is in place. Our community collection points have been organized, and we're all ready to show you the first big donations to start filling up that mountain with this year's campaign. Next. 2025. The campaign has kicked off for another year. Alex Pinto live on location at the Canadian Tire on Pine Bush Road in Cambridge. Alex, of course, we've been explaining that we get a lot of big group donations in our studio, but where you are, that's one of the places we're looking to collect community donations.
And that's right, so this is one of several drop-off locations, so you can bring a new unwrapped toy into the donation bin, and it's already starting to fill up a little bit as well. Major Danette Woods with the Salvation Army Cambridge joins us tonight. Thank you so much for your time. We've already started to see some people bringing donations. What's that like
fabulous.
for you?
Oh, it's wonderful to see when people make contributions like that, and to know that it's going to go to some child who really needs it this year at Christmas. It's wonderful to see that.
Can you talk about the goal of the campaign this year and the importance for you as well?
The importance for us, the big importance for us, is to ensure that every child, every family has a wonderful Christmas. So for Toy Mountain, that it just helps us to be able to do that. We anticipate supporting thousands of children here in Cambridge this year. So every donation like that comes in goes towards us being able to do that.
It's great to see kind of the local community coming together, giving back to those. What about for teens? We talk, of course, about children in need of toys, but what's a good gift for teenagers?
Some good gifts for teenagers, for boys it could be, or girls as well. Supports equipment is a good thing. Electronic devices, like they love their headphones and things like that. Bath sets, like with the body wash and the deodorants, like the nice bath sets, that's always good for teens as well.
Gift cards always seem to be a popular choice too.
Definitely, most definitely, yeah.
And what about for you? Obviously, this is one of the busiest times for you as well. Just being able to be involved in the community, giving back, what does that mean?
It means everything to me. I've been involved with the Salvation Army my entire life, so when I can see others giving back, and for me to be able to be part of it myself, it warms the heart to be able to give to those who need, especially this time of year.
Well, Major Woods, thank you so much for joining us. And we're just getting started in terms of launching our campaign for Toy Mountain this year. Thank you very much. Beautiful day, too, for launch day as well. Outside earlier today, hopefully you had a chance to get outside. That sun was shining, and we got to enjoy some nice blue sky out there as well. When we look at our future cast for the rest of the evening, mainly clear right now across much of southern southwestern Ontario. As we get into the later part of the evening, overnight, this is when we can start to see a little bit of that cloud cover start to develop as well. Tomorrow, though, expected to see a mix of sun and cloud. Another nice day overall, and then it's Friday. That's going to be the tricky day. Potentially, we could see a little bit of that wet weather roll in across the region before that does leave, and we should actually be in for a pretty nice weekend overall, which we'll get into in just a moment. Temperature-wise, across the province, 0 this hour in Pickle Lake, -2 in Timmins, -4. It is right now in Sudbury, and a little bit closer to home. Temperature is dropping 1 in Mount Forest, 2 in Goderich, so slightly below seasonal for right now. Currently sitting at 1 degree here in Kitchener-Waterloo, and it's just slightly warmer, just 2 in Hamilton tonight. So overnight, we are expected to dip down to -4 with that wind chill feeling closer to -6. Again, a few clouds expected to stick with us. Winds, though, sitting pretty consistent at about 15 kilometers an hour. And then tomorrow, mix of sun and cloud to start off the day. Expected high of 5 degrees. But then we could see a little bit of that cloud cover start to develop later in the back half of the day, more so in that late afternoon portion as well. Our almanac for the day, our daytime high, we are sitting pretty exact seasonal for this time of year. Pretty close to seasonal in terms of our overnight low. Record high 19 degrees, though. That was set back on this day in 1953, so quite a bit warmer than what we saw today. And that sunrise and sunset, yeah, those days really feeling shorter and shorter. That sun officially going up 7:20 in the morning and setting before 5 o'clock in the evening now. So for the next several days, mix of sun and cloud, as we mentioned, for tomorrow. But take a look at that weekend for this point. Mix of sun and cloud, and even sunny sky with a high of 7, possibly for your Sunday Waterloo region. And Lambton, Kent, and Essex, some cloud cover expected for you tomorrow, high of 8. But you could see a couple of days getting back to the double digits. 12 for Friday, 11 degrees possible for Sunday. And with that, a little bit of sunshine sunshine possibly in store as well. And southern Georgian Bay, a couple days for some cloud cover, high of 6 degrees back to back for your Thursday and Friday. And then by Saturday, possibly seeing some flurries or snow. So again, some mixing conditions possible with the high of 3 degrees, but getting into the overnight low, -3. So you potentially could see a little bit of frost activity there. So again, we are launching the Toy Mountain campaign here at the Canadian Tire on Pine Bush Road in Cambridge. If you are in the area, come by, drop off an unwrapped toy right in the bin here. We've been seeing a few people stopping by, donating gifts for kids of all ages, and of course teens as well. We cannot forget the teens in the community. This campaign expected to help thousands locally here in Waterloo region and Guelph. We're going to be here throughout the hour, and we'll check back in just a bit. Tony.
Alex, thank you so much. Live on location as we look for your donations from the community as well. Well, as Alex mentioned, of course, this is a partnership with the Salvation Army. And on that note, we're going to have donations coming in throughout the campaign on the 6 o'clock news. We're going to kick it all off tonight with the very first donation. Let's throw it over live now to Leanne Evans at an empty Toy Mountain. That is going to change very soon, though, Leanne. I know that the group that you're about to speak with has always been so great with us during Toy Mountain.
Yes, they most certainly have. Greg Bobier and the Building Trades Council. Great to see you, my friend.
Thank you for having us back this year.
Yes, and thank you for kicking off our Toy Mountain 2025 campaign. It's always great to have you guys here on launch day because you've been doing it now, we realized, for 9 years.
9 years. So 10 years is next year. We'll have to do something extra special.
Okay, but not only that, Greg, you've helped us out in many ways. You've built the physical mountain where we pile up the toys, so thank you again for doing that for us. What has this campaign been like for you guys this year?
It's been fantastic. We always have fun doing this. So coming out and actually giving back to the community is what we're all about. So it's really a pleasure to be here.
Okay, now before we get chatting, I want everyone to start bringing in the toys because, you know, this is going to take a little bit of time to get all these toys onto the mountain. We've got your elves here helping us out. Who do we have?
Oh, we've got a whole pile of unionized elves, I'll tell you that. We've got everybody from the electricians, the Plumbers Association or Union, the UA, who else we got? Boiler makers, but we represent all the different trades. So carpenters, laborers, millwrights, a whole bunch of different people. So.
And there we go, our first donation on the mountain for the 2025 Toy Mountain campaign. Greg, I know we talked a little bit about this during the 5 o'clock program, but I just want to know what you say to people who are maybe new in your group, who are coming in, who maybe might be participating in Toy Mountain for the first time. What's your message?
What's our message to new members that come in? Well, you've welcome to the Union family, and we're happy to have you. And get used to giving back to your community because that's, again, one of our main focuses. It's our community. We want to see it grow and continue to be successful.
Of course, these toys are going to help bring joy to families in need in Waterloo region this Christmas season in partnership with the Salvation Army. So great to see the mountain finally starting to look a little more full here.
I think we're going to need a bigger mountain next year.
I think so. What kind of toys did you focus on gathering?
Oh, again, all the different ages. The Salvation Army needs toys for different ages, and it's not just for 2 to 3 year olds or 7 years olds, but right into the teens. So we got a wide selection. Yes, we do. We kind of have a few power tool sets and some construction-y sort of things.
Nice.
But you name it, it's coming up here. Robots and T-sets and all sorts of different things.
Hey, you'd have to have that, though.
Oh,
You're the Building Trades Council. All right, Greg, we're going to continue to let your team bring the toys in and fill the mountain. Tony, first donation. We're ready to kick off Toy Mountain 2025.
Love to see it all starting. Leanne, thank you so much, and to Greg and his group as well. And coming up next, we're going to look at some smart tech for dogs that's going to collect important data. Ashley Bacon tells us about a trial underway in Guelph that's aiming to help pugs live their best lives.
It's time to build a toy mountain.
Make this holiday season merry for so many kids.
Bring new unwrapped toys to your local Canadian Tire.
All in support of the Salvation Army.
We'll be collecting donations from November 19th to December 24th.
With all donations helping families right here in our community.
Toy Mountain, supported by the Core Group, Goman's Appliances, and the Crack Specialists.
Let's make this the best toy mountain ever.
Visit ctvkitchener.ca for more ways to donate.
Helping pugs live their best lives and breathe a little easier is the goal of some new wearable technology that's now getting clinical trials at the Ontario Veterinary College in Guelph. CTV's Ashley Bacon now on why these doggy devices could make a huge difference for pups with health complications.
This is Claire, one of 3 happy pugs, along with Clark and Phil, out for a play with grandparent Anne-Marie Connolly.
Keeping them lean helps with the breathing and exercising them.
Thankfully, none of these pugs have needed surgery for breathing issues, but with this breed, it's common.
These breeds experience something called brachycephalic obstructive airway syndrome, or BOAS. This is a general term we use for signs and symptoms that we see related to their kind of squished-faced anatomy.
Now, a clinical study on dog breeds like French bulldogs, English bulldogs, and pugs is underway at the Ontario Veterinary College to learn more about the effects of these surgeries. Wearable technology similar to a smartwatch called FitBark tracks the dog's activity pre and post surgery.
I like to say it's sort of the same as steps, and so it uses their movement, does a little algorithm, and then gives us a score. It just attaches to a collar like this. It's a commercial device available to any consumer, and it syncs up to a smartphone app that allows us to collect data and sync it to a research portal.
Connolly says although they haven't had any major issues with their dog's activity levels, she understands the importance of the device.
It would be a consideration, but like I said, they've really not had a lot of trouble. But I do think it's the lifestyle, like not to overfeed them, not get too heavy, and to keep them active.
Meanwhile, Farrell says the chance to generate clinical data is valuable in the future treatment of these breeds as they continue to be popular pets.
Enrollment for the study will take place over the next few months. For more information on how to take part, head to our website, ctvnewskitchener.ca. Ashley Bacon, CTV News, Guelph.
Right after this break, national champions. CTV's Jeff Pickle on the University of Guelph men's rugby team capturing an elusive victory. It's been a long time coming for the University of Guelph men's rugby team. After winning the provincial championship the last 5 years in a row, the Griffins have not been able to capture that national title. That is until this past weekend. CTV's Jeff Pickle reports.
In the sport of rugby, there is agony in defeat and victory. This past Sunday, the Guelph Griffins men's rugby team captured the school's first national championship, defeating the host school in Montreal.
That final, like the noise, the intensity, just like playing the hosts at their home field, I think just it was a different level.
The victory comes after enduring 3 brutally punishing games in just 5 days.
Yeah, so this tournament is attritional by nature. With 3 games in 5 days, it really comes down to who can put out the best team on the last day.
The Griffins have been a powerhouse in Ontario University rugby.
Like all the years we spent here, I just feel like it's all been leading up to this moment.
They've earned a trip to the national championship tournament every year since its inception in 2017.
Coming short a couple times and to finally get it done, like, I don't think you could have written a better ending.
Coach Corey Hector began as a player with the Griffins in 2002 and started coaching in 2009. He says after more than 2 decades with the program,
it's a bit of relief, but honestly, like the trajectory of this program has only been going up.
Fifth-year players and team captains Kobe Foss and Jacob Ince say Coach Hector has been more than a coach.
Like, you learn life lessons here. You learn how to work hard with each other. You learn teamwork. You learn everything. And I think that's just a testament to how the program's run and what they've built here.
For Ince and Foss, the 2025 National Championship is the culmination of a nearly decade-old dream.
Before I ever came here, Jacob and I had been buddies since kind of that U16 year, and we had talked about where we wanted to go to school, and we said we wanted to come here and start something special and build the program up to like being champions. And to say that we went 5 for 5 in the OUA, and then to close the storybook with a national championship, I think to look back and be able to tell that story, I think it's pretty special.
A fitting end for these national champions. Jeff Pickle, CTV News, Guelph.
And we've got more news in a moment. First, let's go back on location to Alex.
We are here at the Canadian Tire on Pine Bush Road in Cambridge for the launch of the Toy Mountain campaign with the Salvation Army. We are getting into the festive spirit. Still time to come down and drop off an unwrapped toy for this campaign. We're going to take a look, though, at how things are looking weather-wise to start off your day and wake up weather coming up after the break.
Here's a look at your Wednesday night lineup. Stick around for E-Talk right after CTV News. Then The Big Bang Theory airing at 7:30 before The Floor and Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage at 9. Then it's The Amazing Race.
105.3 Virgin Radio is KW's #1 hit music station. Home of Jeff, KP, and Backstage Ben in the morning. Listen to 105.3 Virgin Radio everywhere with the iHeartRadio app.
Alexandra Hollick is here tonight with our next local news at 11:30. Let's go live over to her now to find out what's coming up. Alexandra.
Tony, Waterloo Regional Council is set to meet in just a few minutes, and the fate of the long-discussed LRT expansion to Cambridge is on the agenda. It's the final hurdle after years of planning and consultations, and while a committee voted in favor of the expansion earlier this month, that decision was met with pushback from the mayor of Cambridge herself. We'll have the details on tonight's decision later at 11:30. Tony?
Okay, Alexandra, thank you so much. And time now for our final check on weather, and that means we're heading back to Alex Pinto on location. Canadian Tire, Pine Bush Road in Cambridge. Alex, what an exciting start to kick off this year's Toy Mountain campaign.
Oh, it's been so great. And we're noticing some donations already starting to flow into our bin here. I would say maybe about a quarter way full at this point. Not too bad, though, for day one here. What do we have? Okay, we've got some Fisher-Price toys. We've got some checkers, some other games. We've got a Moto Master car racing toy, I think. And teddy bears, of course. There's some soccer balls at the bottom, so endless. We've got toys for kids and also some things that might interest some teens as well. But yes, day one of our Toy Mountain campaign launch, of course, in collaboration with the Salvation Army. And we have been chatting with the Salvation Army Cambridge in particular here today. We heard their band playing some great Christmas tunes a little bit earlier. And again, donating easier than ever this year. You can drop off at one of several participating locations. We do have a full list over on our website, ctvnewskitchener.ca. But when we look at your weather for tomorrow morning, a bit of a chilly start to the day, -5, partly cloudy conditions. By 10 a.m., though, we should be in for a little bit of sunshine, sitting at about 2 degrees. And a reminder, too, as the afternoon continues, that's when we could see a little bit of cloud cover start to develop. But not a bad day one for this Toy Mountain campaign. Tony.
Gotta love it. Okay, Alex, thank you so much. Live on location, and don't forget to drop by one of those locations Alex mentioned to continue giving us some donations for Toy Mountain. All right, and this is the end of day one, but we've got a long way to go. We're working with the Salvation Army, but we're working with so many other groups around our community. And we're going to head over to Leanne Evans one more time at the mountain with the Waterloo, Wellington, Dufferin and Gray Building Trades Council. Leanne, the council, always one of our biggest supporters. Thrilled to have them back this year.
Yes, we certainly are, Tony. We are here with Greg Bobier and the team. I'm glad Tony said your whole title of the name, because I usually refer to you guys as the Building Trades Council. It's a long title.
Close enough. We get there.
Well, you know what? You guys are here. You've got your team behind you. And look at this mountain. It's already pretty full.
It's fantastic. It's a good start, but we can always use more.
Yes, we certainly can. But you guys, you know, so generous to donate all these toys to kids in need this holiday season, and for kicking off the Toy Mountain campaign with us. Greg, I got to ask you, is there any certain person or any certain thing that inspires you to give back during the holiday season like you do?
You know what? All of the members that I work with on the council inspire me to this, and they're our inspiration to doing it. Our membership is the most important thing to us, and giving back to our community is what we're based on. So for us, it's collectively we inspire ourselves.
And what are some of the things that you guys talk about while you're collecting for Toy Mountain?
That's a real, okay, give me a heads up on that one. You know what do we talk about? There's a lot of focus within it, raising charitable funds in a lot of the different ways that we do throughout the year. Each individual union gives back to the community in a pile of different ways. This is our central point. This is where we come together, because they're all different trades, but they come together as one to kind of give back a larger donation, like this example here. So it really comes down to, what do we talk about? How do we help? How do we give back more?
Well, you're right, because there's so many different ways that you can give back to the community, of course, through Toy Mountain, and the Salvation Army is one of them. We're so happy to partner with you guys to be able to do this holiday season once again, and for really starting to kick off the Toy Mountain. We've got tons of different toys over here. I'm told by one of our friends here that this is one of the hot toys of the season, right?
Yeah.
And what is this called? The Color and Wash?
Color and wash.
Okay, so there's one of them, but that's not it. We've got everything on here. Greg, you even said that we've got a few...
some power tool, construction-y sort of things.
And we had to do that because you're the building trades.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay, well, thank you so much. We're going to see you guys back here on finale night, December 17th. And for now, thanks for kicking things off with us.
Thank you again for having us.
All right, Tony, back over to you.
Leanne, thank you so much. Of course, you know, in addition to how heartwarming it is to see all those donations come in, Leanne's right. One of the coolest things every year is seeing what the hottest toys are, and we get them all here at Toy Mountain. So we hope to make so many families around the region have a wonderful Christmas thanks to your support as we work with the Salvation Army. So thank you for joining us for day one of our Toy Mountain campaign. 4 more weeks to go, and we're going to do it. We're going to go over the top this year with your help. I know we are. Alexandra Hollick back with your next local news tonight at 11:30. Of course, that's right after the CTV National News at 11. And Leanne and I will see you back here once again tomorrow night. Take care, and we'll leave you now with a little bit of a time lapse of all this coming together, our beautiful Christmas set. Thanks to the folks at Royal City Nursery. Have a good night, everyone.